Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio, and today I know for the first time ever I have accompanying gameplay to the topic that I'm talking about. Now, I'm assuming you've already read the title, but we are playing 007 Agent Under Fire, the very first James Bond game to release on the 6th generation of consoles. Specifically, I'm playing the GameCube port. While not my personal favorite James Bond game, I had a hankering to go back and replay it, since I haven't played this game in over like 13 years at this point. But enough about Agent Under Fire. Let's just get right into the topic today, and that is No Time to Die. The UK box office is more important than the United States to producers. No Time to Die producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson are more concerned with the film being a hit in the UK than in the US. Bond producers feel it's more important for No Time to Die to be a hit at the UK box office more than anywhere else. Now, to be completely fair, before diving any further into this article, James Bond is a British institution. So the producers valuing the box office of the United Kingdom over the United States makes complete sense, given that James Bond is very much a for Queen and country type character. No Time to Die is the 25th installment of the James Bond franchise and was one of the first big delays of the COVID-19 pandemic. I heard that was not really due to COVID, because the original plot of the movie was that Rami Malek's character, that supervillain, originally was going to release like a bioweapon, and then obviously being so close to COVID. They went back and reshot it. The exact same thing happened with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movie. That was originally supposed to come out in 2001, November of 2001, and then 9/11 happened, and then they went back and reshot a lot of that movie to get the Twin Towers out of the background. As well as one of the few remaining of that crop to finally see release. The film has had multiple delays since shifting from its original release in November 2019, with the current date set for October 8th, 2021. Yeah, okay, I don't remember the reason why they delayed it the first time. With No Time to Die marketing expenses already tapped out after nearly 2 years of promotions, this film is expected to hold its October 8th release, regardless if other films are moving over pandemic concerns. No Time to Die stars Daniel Craig as 007 in his 5th and final outing. Thank fucking God Daniel Craig is done. And I've said this over and over again, I am not the biggest fan of Daniel Craig's James Bond films at all. No Time to Die stars Daniel Craig as 007 in his 5th and final outing as the famed British spy, and co-stars Rami Malek, Ralph Fiennes, Léa Seydoux, Lashana Lynch, Ana de Armas, Jeffrey Wright, Ben Whishaw, Naomi Harris, and Christoph Waltz, with Cary Fukunaga on directing duties. The film is set 5 years after the events of the last film, Spectre. Spectre was horrible. Which finds Bond out of active service until he's approached by his old friend Felix Leiter to help find a kidnapped scientist who may be under the control of a very dangerous villain. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think you can retire as a 00. I think the only way you can get out is either death, or you're too ill to continue, continue holding the position. But whatever. This is the Daniel Craig era of James Bond for you. A number of recurring characters from Daniel Craig's run in the series are returning, and it's expected that No Time to Die will wrap up his story that began in Casino Royale. And that's been the biggest problem. None of these movies should have been sequels to each other. And I know I've already said this once, but I'll say it again. Every James Bond movie from Dr. No up until Die Another Day were not direct sequels to each other. It wasn't until the Daniel Craig era when every movie had to be a fucking sequel to each other. While Amazon has purchased MGM, Bond's distributor, the release dates are still dictated by EON producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson. By the way, EON Productions stands for Everything or Nothing Productions, for those that don't know. Who have long overseen the franchise. According to a report from Vulture, an inside source has said that everyone's expectations at EON have been adjusted downward, especially after the massive expenses incurred while shifting release dates and seeing the marketing grow stale. According to the source, the producers now have their eyes set on the UK, concerned more with the film being a hit there and having a decent showing in the US and elsewhere. After roughly 2 years worth of delays, all involved in the production have moved on to other projects, including Craig, who has hung up the 007 mantle and traded it for a different kind of character, namely that of investigator Benoit Blanc, who he'll return to play for Rian Johnson in 2 more Knives Out sequels. Other No Time to Die stars have found other high-profile works since, including Jeffrey Wright, who narrates Marvel's What If, and plays Commissioner Gordon in next year's The Batman. Ana de Armas has filmed 3 projects since completing No Time to Die, including Deep Water with Ben Affleck, The Russo Brothers, and The Gray Man, and the Marilyn Monroe biopic Blonde, while Rami Malek currently wrapped director David O. Russell's untitled film with Christian Bale. With COVID-19 concerns still present and fluctuating, the big theatrical return has yet to take hold in the ways it had prior to the pandemic. There have been some strong showings, but that's been at a fraction of what they'd normally make in pre-COVID times. No Time to Die has ballooned in cost since the release delays, and since the profits are split between the cinematic exhibitor and the film's distributor, it's unlikely anyone will come out on top of the deal outside of Daniel Craig. And yes, this is what you'd get basically for going back and doing a shit ton of reshoots. Daniel Craig, who made a reported $25 million, not counting any back-end deals. At this point, audiences are starting to get to the didn't that already come out point with No Time to Die. And yeah, I could see that. The fact is, that's one of the downsides of delaying a movie indefinitely. You just keep delay. Eventually, people are gonna lose interest on it. I don't care that it's Bond 25. It's been delayed so long. I personally don't care. I'm not gonna rush out to the theaters and watch this movie. Now I made that determination a long time ago. And one of the big factors is, and I've said this over and over again, I am not a fan of Daniel Craig's James Bond. So more release delays could only spell doom for the film, which is dragged on long enough without anyone ever seeing it. And that is a good point. But like I said at the very beginning of this article, guys, the movie being a hit in the UK, I could see the producers prioritizing that because, for all intents and purposes, James Bond is a British institution. James Bond is for Queen and Country. So, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. If you stuck around this long, thanks so much for doing so. And if you've been following me long enough, you know I'm terrible at ending these videos. So I will just see you guys next time.